Here we go. All right. Okay. All right. What happened? What?
Yuki, that's gotta be you.
No. That's not me.
Yuki, come on, admit it.
Oh no. You know what? That's me. Sorry.
Right?
Sorry. That's my fault. That's my fault. Sorry, guys. All right. That's me. That was me. Last minute.
I knew that.
It was one of the news. Hey everyone, hello, this is Katz from YokosoNews. YokosoNews is the online website to introduce Japan in English. And this is the live show. I'm bringing you live from Yokkaichi, Mie, Japan. You might not know, but it's somewhere in the center of Japan. I live in the countryside, but somehow I can speak English and I'm Japanese. So why not introducing Japan to the rest of the world? So that's what I'm doing. So can you guys hear us? If you guys is having a hard time to talk to us, I mean hearing us, just let me know because I'm doing this as a really handmade style. So I'm doing everything. So but anyway, today we have 4 people joining us on Skype. Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Hi. Hello. Oh.
All right, Yuki, why can't you give us a video?
I don't know this.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, so all right, it's okay.
I don't know what to do then.
All right, it's all right. So from the left up, Akim from Ram Magazine in Nagoya, Japan. On the right, Kchan from AniMaid Cafe joining us, and then left bottom, Venus from AniMaid Cafe, and then right bottom, Yuki is I don't know. Why
I don't know why.
you show me the video, but all right. Anyway, it's okay. So let's begin the first round of the YokosoNews Weekly because it's the weekly show. You know, I wanna talk about what's happening in Japan these days. But first, Japan Film Festival Los Angeles is still looking for film right now, which YokosoNews is the sponsor of this Japan Film Festival Los Angeles, which is coming in April 2011. If you know any filmmaker out there who's making Japan-related film, let us, tell them to submit their film to Japan Film Festival LA, JFF LA, for 2011 April. And I'm just gonna keep saying it. And that's pretty much the update for what we have right now. And personal update to Yuki and Akim. What happened to you guys this week?
Ladies first.
Yuki.
Actually, I was doing a big cleaning of my room since it's getting the end of the year.
Oh.
Okay.
And then every year I just wonder, why do I have this a lot stuff? I don't know why.
Yeah.
I have so many stuff, but I still getting new thing. I love to go shopping,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and every end of the year, I just clean up everything. I don't know.
Okay.
Why?
Okay.
I just
So
have so many stuff.
okay. How about you, Akim?
Well, it's been a crazy busy week for me. 2 weeks actually. Last weekend I was at the K5 or sorry, X5 show. It was basically it was a car show, custom cars. There's also concerts. They had race queens there as well, and at the same time there was it's called the Creators Market. So
you went to Creators Market?
Yeah, that was right next door.
Okay. I wanted to go, but I couldn't go. So, you went to Creators Market in Nagoya. Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah. So, I went to the car show first, and I took some pictures there. I will upload some pictures as soon as I can. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. They're still on my camera, actually.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy week, but it was really interesting. They had some awesome custom cars, everything from custom sound systems to custom hoods, custom doors that swing out like both ways. Like this way instead of that way, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to explain without seeing it. They had a great concert there. They had a BMX show there, which I got some great pictures of.
All right, cool.
And
so you're gonna tell us more later. So
I'll tell you more later.
All right, cool, man. So my personal update. I have a couple personal update, but I just gonna skip it because we have so much to talk about. But I'll talk about next week because I don't have any guests next week. So. All right, cool. So this week in Japan, I forgot my handmade sign. This week in Japan. Oh, by the way, the beauty of a handmade show, right? I always forget. If you do Twitter or Facebook, like us on Facebook, YokosoNews, or Twitter, follow us on Twitter. It's over here. And then, YokosoNews.com is my website. And then, this week in Japan, just a quick update of what happened this week. So I got the news that Tokyo Disneyland and Sea are going to raise their admission fee in April 2011. So if you want to come to Tokyo Disneyland, do it before April 2011. It's going to raise by 400 yen to 500 yen. So according to the press release, they actually made the most profit this year, despite the recession. So they are being the player. They want to raise the price so that they can renew all the facility and then all the venue to get the upgrade the Tokyo Disneyland and Sea. So, good news and bad news. It's good that they're making money, but bad news is they're going to raise the price in April. So, if you want to come to Japan, enjoy the Tokyo Disneyland, do so by April 2011. It's fun place, by the way. And what's up? Somebody say something? Okay, never mind. All right, and last Wednesday, December 15th, Japanese people somehow love stars, including me. So I decided to wake up one day, Wednesday morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I went outside and look at the sky, and I shot a shooting star. So
nice,
it's
man.
already on the YokosoNews.com. If you like to see a shooting star, pray for something. Maybe you want to pray that you want to come to Japan next year or something, and you can watch it and then pray for it as you watch my video. And next thing is the Hilton Japan is going to launch remote wedding reception service. It's already up on the YokosoNews.com. I just wrote the article this morning. So more people more people are getting married older age. so that their parents, grandparents, great-great-grandparents sometimes cannot attend their wedding. So Hilton Japan came up with this idea. They will bring the iPad to your family member's house, and they will live stream the wedding reception. And they will bring the catering team to their house. As they give out the food at the reception, they will also give out the food at house. So they will be able to like experience the wedding reception, and because of the iPad, you know, like a Ustream like we do, they can interact with groom and bride, like you know, like we do on Ustream. So this is kind of neat service. And especially, you know, if you're planning to get married to a Japanese girl or boy in Japan, and, you know, maybe you could call Hilton Japan to broadcast to the US or Europe or something, you know. They said that the service is only available in Tokyo area, but according to its press release, you can always negotiate. So if they pay more, I'm sure they'll do internationally too. And
very cool. So it's definitely an interesting idea.
Yeah. So I mean, we're doing the kind of same thing too. So
right.
Yeah. How much does it cost? The Idea Sponge, 350,000 yen.
Wow.
Which is about 33,500 US dollar.
Yeah.
But, you know, because they, you know, one concierge, one chef, they bring out the food, you know, they also bring the table, blah, blah, blah. So more information is available on YokosoNews.com. I already uploaded the article. And next, medical visa is going to start in January 2011, which is in about 2 weeks. So this is mainly for the rich people who wants to come to Japan for the medical checkup or medical treatment. Previously, Japanese government only let you issue 90 days tourist visa, but some people needed to stay longer in order to receive the medical treatment or checkups. So, you know, Japanese government finally made this visa for medical stay available in January 2011. So if you want to come Japan to do the medical checkup, and then like while you're waiting for the result, you could go around like hot spring and do the tourism and stuff. So, you know, do the health checkup and sightseeing at the same time. So that's the concept of it. More information, detail is again available at YokosoNews.com website. Read it more there. And next, so this is only for Chinese people, unfortunately. But this is the reason why the Chinese audio was coming up, because they had this video embedded. I'm sorry about that, guys. But Chinese, I think China People's Network, and then Japanese Foreign Ministry people, they launched the photo video contest. What does it say? Japan's, how do I say in English? Japan's sightseeing spot video photo contest. So you log on to the website, you submit the picture or video, and you might be able to win the TV set. But this is only limited to Chinese. Sucks, but it's okay. All right, so next, it comes to the Uniqlo. So many people know Uniqlo, which is it's like a H&M or Old Navy. Somebody said the Old Navy. But so Uniqlo is going to launch online store in the US and France next year. Wow. So you will be able to buy Uniqlo product online if you live in the US or France, finally. So as you can see, I'm wearing Uniqlo heat tech right now.
Again?
It's warm. So this is kind of, Southern Yang and then blah, blah, blah.
They should seriously pay you for advertising because you mention Uniqlo every single time, man.
Not every single time, but
Okay.
And this is another news from Uniqlo. They're going to come to Thailand, Bangkok, Thailand. They're going to open the store in Bangkok. So if you are, I heard that Thailand blocks Ustream, so they won't be able to watch it, unfortunately. So I'm just going to skip it. And next, it's the anime news. The new anime of Hayao Miyazaki's son, directed by Goro Miyazaki, Kokuriko no Sakakara. It's going to, they set the release date, which is going to be summer of 2011 in Japan. I don't know about the dates on the rest of the country, but it's another Miyazaki Studio Ghibli movie coming up next year. So this is like a 2-year in a row. So it's kind of cool that we can watch Studio Ghibli movie every year. So And what else? Yeah, I talked about the medical visa already. This is the news about that. All right, that has been the news of this week. I just glanced it really quick. Akim, I lost your image, but it's okay. So it's okay. So is there any comment about the stuff news?
Well, I mean, the wedding thing, that seems like a very good idea. Particularly, the iPad is the #1 selling gadget in the world ever. And I think this is another interesting use for the iPad. And it never ceases to amaze me of how many different, uses they come up with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
anything else, Yuki?
Not me. No, nothing special. Sorry. Go ahead.
You were busy cleaning up your house, huh? You didn't care about YokosoNews?
I was listening.
She's multitasking. She's cleaning and doing the radio.
No, I was kind of attracted to handle this Skype. I wonder why I was just being just a piggy. I don't know.
Okay. What did you say?
I was the only one being in a cartoon piggy. Everybody got their video or something.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. Well, anyway.
Anyway.
All right. So today's main topic. Here we go. AniMaid Cafe from LA. The Kchan and Venus are joining us on YokosoNews weekly. Thank you, guys. Sorry. Yay! So I'm sorry. I should make some professional music or something, but I didn't have.
Hold on, I got you covered, man. I got you covered.
Oh, okay.
1 second.
Okay.
Ready?
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3.
I like it.
Thank you.
Strong.
All right, cool. So this is the Kchan and Venus joining us from AniMaid Cafe. So I got hold of you guys through my friend from Japan Film Festival LA. I'm the member of Japan America Media Association, which is the organizer of Japan Film Festival LA. Actually, I didn't really mention YokosoNews is contributing the article to My Sweet Orange, which is the Japanese free paper in Orange County, California. So you actually can read YokosoNews article on the free paper, Japanese free paper in Southern California. But anyway, that person, Hiromi, introduced me to Kchan and Venus of AniMaid Cafe. And They seems to doing something really interesting. YokosoNews is to introduce Japanese culture to the rest of the world. And anime, we cannot ignore the power of anime and the cosplay and everything. I love doing I try to pretend to be a Japanese guy by wearing this jinbei. I don't know. But anyway, so without further ado, welcome Kchan and Venus to YokosoNews Weekly. Thank you very much.
Hi.
So let's start. And if you guys have any question about the AniMaid Cafe, please log on to the social timeline on the Twitter or Facebook, and you can just comment us the question. We try to answer it as much as possible. So would you guys, ladies, introduce yourself?
Hi,
Kchan?
this is Kchan. I'm the creator and the manager of AniMaid Cafe.
And?
Oh, I'm Venus, and I am the marketing director and assistant to Kchan. So she owns me.
All right. So whoever can answer this question. So what is AniMaid Cafe?
It's a little bit of a complicated thing. Go ahead, Kchan.
No, you go.
It's based off of the Akihabara-style form culture of maid cafes. Maid cafes already exist in Japan, and Kchan was the one who decided she wanted to try it in America. She realized that she could adopt it for American audiences. So using that structure, we've pulled together volunteers for a kind of society entertainment catering type group, and we host events and we do performances all around the Southern California area and sort of spread the Maid Cafe culture. So if you're familiar with the Maid Cafe, then you know sort of what you're expecting. What it essentially is a cafe with a cosplay theme. So the cafe will serve food, but they also have their hostesses and hosts dress up in Victorian-style maid uniforms. And we address the patrons that come in as Master and Mistress Gosujin-sama, Ojo-sama, and we greet them and we seat them, and then we start a conversation and we play games and we have food, and it's a really interactive experience sort of with your cosplayer. So AniMaid Cafe has been around for how long? 2 years?
For 2 years, since March 2009.
Yeah. I haven't been here since the beginning, but since then we've gathered maybe 50 maids and host volunteers that work with us, and we do activities constantly, and it's a lot of fun. So that's what we do. We just have fun with our patrons who come in.
Cool. Okay, I mean, you kind of said it, but I just maybe repeat the same. What can people expect? What do you do? I know you guys do dance, but you don't do just only that. What do you do?
Usually in the cafe, when people come in, they expect to be served by a maid or host, and they will be in cosplay. We also, some of the event, we also provide food, and we do food drawing, we do food magic, and people guests can actually play game with our maid and host, and we also have entertainment, live music. Sometimes we have magic show for the guests as well.
Oh, cool. So, okay, go ahead. So, I'm sorry.
They sort of take on a role. So if they come in as master or mistress, we'll greet them at the door, we say, "Okaeri nasaimase, gosujin-sama, ojo-sama," and we take them to a table and they're introduced to a maid or a host that's kind of been chosen for them, and you'll chat for a little bit and serve food and play games, that kind of thing. just an interactive sort of entertainment society.
Oh, okay.
Great
So
question.
it's
Yeah.
like exactly like we Japanese do over here, then kind of. And but
Yeah.
you don't have a store, right? You do. Where do you do those events?
We locate in Southern California, and we try to travel around country. Actually, right now we try to travel around California. We do catering event, private event if any company asks us, or any private party, birthday party are coming. We also do volunteer work at a lot of anime convention center, including Anime Expo, AOA, PMX, and the new convention that coming up this year is AM Square, and also a new con in Hawaii is Hex in Hawaii. We're gonna be working for them too.
Right.
Cool.
So most will be hired out to different areas, different locations or venues or events, and we'll go to them and bring the service there.
If we can go, if we can travel, then we go.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So what's so again this you guys AniMaid Cafe is the heavily influenced by Japanese style anime Maid Cafe, but what's the similarity to Japanese anime Maid Cafe, and how you try to differentiate and from the Japanese style? Is there a point you try to keep the Japanese style, and if there's something that you try to Americanize something?
There are a lot of maid cafes in the United States right now, and we try to keep track of kind of what everyone is doing. It's a very collegial atmosphere. We all are helpful and paying attention, but AniMaid Cafe is really, really sensitive about what they're doing in Japan. We're a very sort of orthodox maid cafe, and we're careful about the way that we present ourselves as classically as possible. There have to be some adjustments made for an American audience because not everyone is really accepting of the idea when they first get into it. But AniMaid Cafe is in particular very close to the original maid cafes in Japan. We try to speak as much Japanese as we can. We try to make sure that the atmosphere is really soothing and sweet, and most of the girls who work for us, and guys, come to think of it, are also sort of an Asian influence and sort of mild and sweet. So as far as changing it to be too Americanized, we really try to stay away with that. All of our music is Japanese. All of our cards, like our greetings, our goodbyes, we teach that constantly in the cafe to make sure that it's as orthodox as possible.
Okay.
I would say that we try to keep at most traditional as at home cafe in Japan. We try to keep it really tradition. And also one difference between us and the Japanese maid cafe is we also have butler or host. We have both maid and host are working together. We don't separate them out, or we don't just say, oh, we only a maid cafe. We also have hosts as well.
Yeah.
Okay. I see. So it's more like event specific, like kind of, because you guys are working mainly with the event. So okay, got it.
And of course, we have to adjust for what event we're talking about. If we go to a video game convention, they're not quite as familiar with the style, so they're not as ready and open, so we have to explain it a little bit more and do it that way. And if we're going to an anime convention, they're much more familiar with it. And if we're doing our own private event, then everyone's a little more on the same page. So it really varies, to be honest. We try to keep it as traditional as possible, but of course it has to change. So.
Okay, cool. Well, I want to ask you where you guys going to be next, but I want to keep it to the last. So please make sure to remind us.
It's going to be a surprise.
Yeah. Yeah, Akim, please remind me. And
Sure.
then, is AniMaid Cafe is your full-time job, and how much work do you put into every in a week?
Oh,
Kchan, how much time do you put into it?
I basically thinking about it almost every single day. I have a full-time job, and this is also my double full-time job. It's a way planning, it's a way thinking of what to do next, what event gonna be next, and a lot of organized planning to do for just an event that coming up next year. We have to plan an event out like 3 or 4 months ahead of time, and we have to make sure that it fit with all the main, the whole schedule as well. So it's a way continuous planning, plus not even talking about the practicing time. Like for dancing, we have to practice.
All the
So
training.
we practice every night, like exercise.
Yeah, I have a normal job, 9 to 5, like Kchan does, like most of the people in the cafe do. But I have to be honest, I don't always do that job while I'm at that job. Most of the time I'm working on Maid stuff, where I'm talking to Kchan and we're talking about what's going on and things we want to solve and ideas that we have. We always have new ideas and we're always trying to improve.
How did you guys meet, by the way?
I know how I got there.
I basically when I start out with the first event in March 2009, I just went online and I just post an ad say I need May and host who like cosplay to join this volunteer event, and a lot of like anime cosplayer, they contact me and they send in picture and they say how much they really want to do it, and also it's from friend to friend. I think I know and Venus of like from friend to friend, right?
Oh yeah, I know when I met online.
Yeah, they just send in the application. And so we basically one friend get one friend in. They think it's fun. They get another friend in. So everybody kind of know each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, go ahead. Go, sorry.
No, I was on I was on a forum and I saw the ad and I've always really wanted to be a maid. So I went, but I was really nervous. So I asked my friend I know that I had met online just recently at the time to come with me because I was terrified, and it's been so much fun. So that's kind of what happens. It's a recommendation thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are the rules? I mean, this is the good question. What are the rules to attend, you guys? Is there anything like any particular? Are you open for the new people to join or what?
Oh yeah, well, we have to warn people at the beginning of most of our events because so many people are not used to it. We try to stay away from being that sort of over-sexualized thing. It's a very innocent sort of thing. We get a lot of weird ideas. So we have some rules like you don't ask for personal information, and that includes their names or where they live or when they get off of work. You don't ask, things like that. You don't give any personal information. That's not what we're here for. You don't touch your maid or host. You don't hang around outside. We have rules against stalking, that kind of a thing. Because it's not a hookup line. It's not a disco. So, our rules are pretty close to the rules that they have in traditional maid cafes.
Okay.
It's just they're fun. That sort of thing.
How about do you let people to take a picture?
At some event, we let people take picture of us. At some event, we will not allow camera to be in. But we also have our professional photographer who also volunteer to take picture, and they will post it online for everybody.
Okay.
So at the end, you always will see your picture.
Almost all maid cafe in Japan ban taking picture inside.
Yeah, you can't take any pictures in there at all.
It kind of depends on how much control we have over the event. If we have control, then we don't allow people to take their own pictures. But if it's kind of open air and people are wandering around, we can't control it anyway. But in general, we would prefer to do it that way and not let any pictures outside.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense. some people misunderstood the concept of the maid, and it could go bad. But yeah, so where? Yeah. So Kchan, is that your uniform?
Yeah, this is my new uniform. I have like a couple of them, so I feel like wearing this one today.
Okay.
So cute.
So is there any rules of how you do your uniform, maid uniform?
Oh, Kate, stand up, Kchan. Let's see. See, a normal maid uniform is made up of some basic elements. We have a really black dress, and it has to be black. We have to have a white apron, and it must be white. A white pinafore is often pretty frequent. It's very adorable. We usually require black sleeves. But one of the most important things about a maid dress is that it has to be modest. So we don't allow spaghetti straps. We don't allow things that are low cut or backless, and the skirt has to be a certain length. Kchan's, I don't know if we can see her in her videos, goes down to her
Let
knees.
me try to stand up.
Go ahead.
Don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, don't sit yourself over there.
I don't have insurance for it. Oh, cool.
See, the length of her skirt has to go down to her knees, so it's nice and modest. All of our girls wear petticoats and often little bloomers as well to keep it as modest as possible. And then she has knee socks, and we have different rules about the length of the knee sock and the ratio from the skirt length. So it's called zettai ryoki, and if you have ankle socks, that's called grade D and goes up E, C, and then A is thigh-high socks. So we grade all of them, and we make sure that everyone kind of follow these rules. And the most important one is Kchan's headdress here. That's the signature of a maid, and all the girls love to decorate it. You can see Kchan has a cute little pink bow and a white bow, and a lot of girls will do moe points that differentiate them from other maids. So some maids will have pinafores, and some maids will have little decorations. Some of them will wear ties, some of them will wear gigantic purple bows, or they'll change the color of the petticoat. But we're black and white, so we're all uniform, but every girl has a really different style to represent the kind of maid that they are. And we absolutely encourage that all maids should be completely individual.
Yeah, it's more like a creative point where you have this black dress and the white apron, but it's up to you how you decorate it and to show your character to the maid outfit, including all the accessory, ring to bracelets to a necklace to anything that just show people who you are as a maid.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. So let me go to the next. Well, but you guys seem to have a really strict. Still, even though you said you have a freedom, you also value the personality. Still, you guys have a lot of rules to cover.
It gets hard. They have to work within the rules. They're doing a great job so far. I mean, with 50 of them figuring out themselves, it seemed to go okay so far.
Good. Sounds good. So let me move on to the personal question with you, Kchan and Venus. But before that, Akim and Yuki, do you have any question regarding AniMaid Cafe in general?
Yuki?
Well, I've never been to AniMaid Cafe in Japan, but I have seen some maid ladies in the station Akihabara or whatever. So it was kind of interesting conversation and question. Question is Kchan, Venus, what is the best things for you guys to be in AniMaid Cafe, being working there? The best thing for you.
The best thing. You know what?
Yeah.
I love talking to people. I went to college and I got my degree in communications, and I love talking to people. I like playing games. I like doing the dances, and I love being with the other maids and hosts. They are just wonderful people. I just love having conversations with sitting down and talking to a guest or patron who has the same interests that I do in anime, and they like the same kind of cute things, and it's just an enjoyable time getting to know everyone,
Okay.
So that's why I do it.
Right.
As for me, actually, the best thing was acting out from an anime. If I see a good idea from an anime that I watched, I would like to make that idea come true in real life to share with everybody else. So I love to organize event. I always have weird idea, and we try to make it come true to fit with everybody.
Nice.
Cool.
I guess my question for you guys would be, what got you started in, wanting to be a maid in the first place?
Oh, that's going to be personal question next, but yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, we could use as a segue to the next question. Yeah. So can I ask you that? Why did you start? Why did you start being maid? Like, wanna be a maid?
Kchan?
I watch a lot of anime, and they have like Maid Cafe in there, and I just say how cute the maid dress is, and during that time there's no Maid Cafe in LA, so like let's start one with a couple of friends just to experience like an anime. So that's how is the Maid Cafe for me that come out, and I start organize event and wear maid dress and meet new people, talk to them. So
cool. So
nice.
Yeah, sounds good. So let me go to the staff questions. So in terms of the AniMaid Cafe members. So how did you find your staff?
I got online. I saw it through a convention forum. And I think that's how we get most of them, other than recommendations. People will just hear about it, and nowadays we're popular enough that we get a lot of applications just from people seeing the events, and they want to participate.
Okay. So
at first we advertising on anime forum like cosplay.com, just to ask for volunteers. Then also from friends refer to friends, and when we go to a convention or an event, people like us, and they will come and they ask, how to join a Maid Cafe, how to become a member.
okay.
But now people can always contact us on Facebook at AniMaid Cafe just to send an application or have any question like how to join us.
Okay. Sounds. One technical request to Kchan. Would you try to speak up a little bit more? Sorry.
Oh, sure, no problem.
Yeah. Or raise the volume of the mic. I'm sorry about that. But okay, cool. So
So if someone wanted to, let's say a young woman wanted to start, getting into the maid thing, what piece of advice would you give her to get started?
Well, first, it's a lot of work. It looks really easy, but even if you're just a maid and you don't do any of the regulation or staff stuff, it's a lot of work. We put our volunteers through training all the time. We're constantly talking through our forums and through our Facebook, and we're going back and forth, sort of updating your style, and it's a lot of work. So if I was going to say to someone, do it, then you really have to be willing and dedicated. You have to love what you do. And if you don't love it, it shows. And that's one of the things we require of our maids. You have to really love it. And that's part of, too, what makes everyone kind of friends with each other. So another thing is we look at each other. If they are friends with one another, if they easily kind of talk to other people, if they have an ease about them, if they're happy being alive, then they're much more likely to be a great maid or host.
Yeah, it shows. It always shows, like, if you love what you do it with all of your heart, right? So.
Yeah. And we don't encourage people, our maids, to fake being happy. Kchan's the one who does all the work, though, so you'll have to ask her.
Yeah, we always advise people just to be themselves, and of course love what you're doing. If you don't like what you're doing, you're not going to bring happy to everybody else. If you like to be happy and you like to entertainment and perform to people and make them happy, then you can join the Maid Cafe and get the joy of making people looking at them, smile at your performance or talking with you or playing game with you. That make us feel really happy.
All right.
Okay, cool. Do you how do you train? Well, it kind of goes to the previous kind of overlap with what we just talked. But how do you train your maid?
Harshly.
Yeah, I mean, pretty hard. We have every year we have like couple time mandatory training that we hold up, and we training from speaking in Japanese. We just want the maid host to learn a little bit of Japanese, learn more about the culture, learn how to serve, how to put the food on the table, but also the dancing, the performance, people. That is the training every day. Dancing and learn a song is practice every day. So I think a lot of maid and hosts, they train almost every single day.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we have long discussions about what it means to be a maid and how to talk to someone. Because a lot of the time we get patrons who aren't used to speaking to other people. So it's a lot of training about how to be gregarious, how do you draw someone into a conversation to make them feel comfortable. And part of that's just natural, and everyone has a different way of talking to each other, and everyone has different levels of comfort. So also studying their individual talents, because some girls are good at this and some guys are good at that, and it's always remodeling and looking at what a maid cafe should be and getting the right atmosphere. We put them through a lot. They're very good about it. So.
Nice.
So so your staff speaks Japanese. Most of them speak Japanese. How much can they speak Japanese?
It depends on which maid you're talking to.
With maid. I speak very little Japanese, even though I take Japanese. I try to remember a lot, but yeah, it doesn't work with me. I speak little, and then Venus speaks more than me, even though she doesn't take any Japanese class, but she speaks more than me. A lot of people are surprised when she goes on stage and she speaks just a whole paragraph of Japanese, and people are like, she speaks Japanese. I'm like, yes, she does.
I'm not a little bit Asian.
A lot about me, they really interested in the language and the culture, so they take class on the side, but they can make like simple conversation.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have any of your mates been to Japan?
Some of them been to Japan.
And I see when I'm browsing through the picture, I kind of see like a Japanese name. Do you have a Japanese maid?
A few of them are Japanese. A few.
Okay. So,
mostly since it's a Japanese style maid cafe, we make everyone sort of choose an appropriate name.
Oh.
That goes along with it.
But you do have few Japanese maids. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so
we have different basically I say background, culture, nationalities in our cafes. You'll be surprised that a lot of our maids who speak Japanese are not Japanese. They are from Malaysia, Taiwan, and they can they can make a whole conversation in Japanese. You would not recognize is C Japanese or C is Chinese.
What kind of personality, like, of the maid or host, you guys like? What's the main theme of like sometime like some you know?
It depends on the maid you're talking to. We have a lot of maids. Actually, some of them just are here. I'm at a traditional thing. If I can bring over one of the maids now,
Sure.
Sure.
just if you don't mind.
No,
Hi.
not at all.
Okay. This is Sammy.
Hi, Sammy.
Hello, Sammy.
Hi guys.
We're talking about how different maid personalities.
Oh yeah. Oh definitely.
Sammy's different.
Just a little bit.
Sammy's one of our very few non-Asian maids.
Yeah, very true.
So what's it like?
It's different. It very is different. Because I'm definitely not a traditional Asian maid, but it's what I love to do. So that's why I do it.
Why,
Yeah, I
why
mean-
do you love to do it?
Yeah, I mean there.
She's very expressive and she's big in her personality. So
I try.
we have to give her to Goshijin-sama, Ojo-sama, who like big and open people who are really excited.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Okay.
A few more here. Let's bring them over too. Come here. We have a lot of girls in here.
I'll replace myself.
I also have to add in one thing that a lot of our maids are really dedicated. Like Sammy, we have an event. She would travel about 2 hours to
Wow.
to an event, just to attending a meeting or a training as well.
Oh my
we
God.
have Vancy and
Yeah,
April.
this is Benzie and April.
Hello.
And part of what makes them
Hello.
special is our cosplay maids. They're here at our Christmas party tonight, cosplaying.
Oh,
for
okay.
Cool.
So,
Yeah.
aren't they adorable?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a Christmas time, huh?
Yeah.
Guys make this yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All handmade.
All handmade. Oh, wow.
Handmade. Get it?
what character are they cosplaying tonight?
Yeah.
What the character? What character you guys?
What kind of personality do you guys have?
No. What's the costume?
Oh,
I'm cosplaying as Colin from Code Geass.
And I'm just original.
Oh, okay. Original Santa like cosplay. Okay.
Yeah, it looks very interesting.
Okay. So thank you very much. Oh wow, you guys also enjoyed the Christmas night party over there, huh? It's approaching 5 o'clock in the afternoon in Japan Sunday, but it is approaching midnight over there in LA. So Saturday it's coming Sundays, but
we're young.
well, okay, cool. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the party but. Anyway, so let's continue. We have a bunch of more questions that I want to ask. So,
Thanks, guys.
thank you. So you tell me it is like kind of full time. What do you do? Like what do those maids do besides AniMaid Cafe?
They are students. A lot of them are full-time students, and a lot of them are like they have like a 40-hour job. Look like me, who has from 8 to 5 job, Monday to Friday, and then we have like meeting at night time or training or event over the weekend.
Okay.
So a lot of them are students.
They go in. They're studying strange things. We've got one who's a mechanical engineer. One of our maids. She's bright and so beautiful, and you would never expect that from her. But some of them are artists, and some of them are actresses, and some of them are, just sort of just doing school or living life. And it's amazing all the amount of things that they do, and then they come to AniMaid Cafe and take on this new personality. They're all very hardworking, though, I will say that.
Cool. how about you, Kchan and Venus? What do you do besides AniMaid Cafe? Can I ask you that?
Yeah, I basically my job is an accounting, and it's a really boring job. And thank God there's AniMaid Cafe who I can live out my fantasy, who I would up doing all my paperwork, and I'm like, oh yes, what would I do next? And So I'm accounting, full-time accounting, and also part-time student plus doing the full-time Maid Cafe.
Okay. I actually so I know the answer already, but I heard you go to school that I went.
Yes, it's in Cal Long Beach as accounting and management major.
Okay, cool. So cool. So I'm glad to meet the same beach students too. Yay, go beach. So you know that if you graduate from Cal State Long Beach, you can apply the 2-year English teacher job in my hometown, Yokkaichi, Japan, right?
Do they hire a maid over there?
I'm sure they can find a way.
I'm sure you can teach us. I don't know if you can teach us a maid. I know a supervisor of the this program. So no, but anyway, yeah. So cool. I'm sorry. What do you do, Venus?
Nothing interesting. I'm an executive assistant for a recruiting company.
Okay.
And I've done a lot of other interesting things.
Okay.
Just not that. And actually, I'm really glad that it's kind of boring because it gives me more time to work on things that I love. I used to be a data entry, or I used to be a data management manager. I used to be a comedian. I used to be a graphic designer. You didn't know that?
No.
No. That was Yuki. That was Yuki.
Yeah, I did that for a while.
Okay.
I did it for a while, yeah. Which was a lot of fun, but frankly, it was just me on stage, and I didn't get to talk to anybody else. So, I obviously don't do that anymore.
Okay. Okay, cool. So that is the let me see. And also, please take a look at the social timeline of the stuff, and if you can answer some of the question too. But so tell me some tradition you have. Like I heard that you guys have some kind of traditions.
Yeah, well, we've been together for a long time. It's like a family. So we all know each other really well, and one of the traditions is this Christmas party, in fact, because we've got, I think, 30 people downstairs. We all get together and we cook all day together. We take the entire month of December off kind of for vacation, and then we get together and get to celebrate being friends and being together. It's that kind of tradition. Yeah.
So
Do you have anything else?
There's a real sense of community there, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Good.
It helps that we respect and like each other.
Of course.
It helps that we really like each other. So.
Good. Yeah, I mean it's getting also one of the trend in Japan as well. More females, 20, 30 something young women are trying to organize more community like. One of the trendy word of 2010 in Japan was called Joshikai. It means girls meeting. But they go to izakaya drinking with 5 or 6 girls, and also other word was called yama girl, mountain girl. More girls are now climbing mountains these days. And next year, 2011, the trend is fishing. More girl tends to go fishing, and more fishing company trying to design new clothing and stuff. But this is all about the community of the kind of relate to what you guys do, form the Maid community in a way too. But in Japan as well, it's kind of funny that more girls tend to organize more like community like style these days. So that's really interesting.
Well, and this is a community for me, because we obviously have other lives. We have work friends, and I have church friends. I have a whole different set of people that I communicate with. So AniMaid cafe is my entry into that world and these people, and this is my connection. I don't know what I would do without it anymore. This is my community. This is my social life.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
So let's say.
With that, just a quick question to Yuki.
Yes.
What kinds of things do your friends take part in?
What kind of my friends take
Yeah,
what?
do they organize, I don't know, fishing trips, or is there that kind of community? Because you are here in Japan, right? So,
Yeah.
Give me the Japanese girl perspective.
right.
Oh, what? Sorry, I didn't really get you.
No,
Kim.
さ、お前なんか女子会とか行っとる？
ああ、そういうこと。あ、それ女子会かな。
はい、そのこと。
Sorry. で女子会がもう一回言って。
そうだから。Okay, sorry guys. Okay, I'm gonna explain.
Take it away, man. Take it away.
いや。
だから女子会とか山ガールとか今年のね、あれになったでしょ。だからそういう感じで自分の友達とかそういうことやってるっていうの。
ああ。We have a girls' night thing, but we don't really have a like particular something like Yama girl or Maid girl or
surrounded by your environment.
my environment. We just girls, just like urusai girls.
Okay.
Like
All right, but you have to get to it. You have to catch up with them, man. But
okay.
anyway, all right.
Sure.
Cool. So let me go to individual personal questions. So yeah, first of all, Kchan and Venus, why are you doing this?
Or to act out the fantasy that we see in anime.
I've always thought being a maid is such a romantic career.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Yuki, do you want to be maid? Do you fantasize to be maid?
I don't know.
Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
No. It's cool. I mean, I do. I want to be maid too.
You
You fantasize about it?
No. I'm just kidding.
We'll send you a headdress. You'll be lovely.
There you go.
We'll make your dream come true if that's really what you want.
But
That's gonna be the next profile picture then.
so how Kchan and Venus? This is kind of a repeat of the question though, but I want to do it. I want to do it again since this is a personal question. But how did you get involved to doing this, Kchan?
For me, mostly like organize things. I like to organize events, so I like to like organize new event for the Maid Cafe. So my job as a staff member would be organizer and making sure that everything go through, everything will go fine with an event. Did I answer your question?
Well, how did? Yeah. Okay.
Kchan's relatively new to anime. I've been interested in anime since I was 13, when it became really, really popular with Sailor Moon and Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z on the afternoons.
Yeah, I didn't know that Pokemon Sailor Moon was that popular in the US. Actually, I was surprised.
It exploded. And I'm one of the major... I think I know more about Sailor Moon manga than anyone I know right now. And I know a lot of people. So I've been into anime for a long time, but I think Kchan was telling me a while back that she had dreamed about it. She was recently into anime and how much she loved it and how she really wanted a career supporting the things that she loves. And I was really inspired by that, how she would pursue her dreams in that way. You know, I went to... Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead, sorry. Continue. And then I say. Actually, okay. I actually into anime about 4 years ago. My first anime convention was 2007. And when I goes there, I was like, I want to do something. And I met a friend who really random, and he say, let's form a cosplay group. And we start acting out. And I start watching more anime. And I know, even though I start really late, I know more anime than, I can say that I know more anime than a lot of people. And I have I have like a bunch of collection on those. They're right behind me right here.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
It's cool. So, all right, cool. Yeah, I every time like I went to the U.S. to study, filmmaking, and I made a couple of independent film when I was in L.A. I'm still making one actually, but I didn't think that Japanese culture and anime was so influential. Japanese people themselves think that anime is not that influential, popular. I mean, we start changing our mind as we seen these people, as I introduced these people to the in Japan. But yeah, it's really interesting too.
I don't think people know the power that it has nowadays. That subculture is really. I know that Americans are always looking for something new, something that's bright and beautiful and authentic. And I think it does surprise a lot of Japanese people I know that how important it's become to people, how much a part of their lives it's become. And it is sort of a niche, like a little thing you have to be invested in. But it's become I don't know how to say this exactly. For example, Lolita styles. Lolita is relatively common in Akihabara, Japan. If you saw one walking in the street, you'd sort of recognize that it was a subculture and move on. Yeah. But there are girls now who dedicate their lives to these beautiful costumes, and it's very well regulated. And it's more well regulated here in America so that we can be like the Japanese, Like the Maid Cafe works hard to study Japanese maid cafes because we respect it so much. And working in an anime community means that it is a part of your lives, and we do respect it. So, yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
I see.
Yeah.
Cool.
You don't know.
To me, anime is more like a modern culture, and it covers a lot of stuff in Japan, including food, fashion, to the art of the anime, the storyline, the fantasy, all the fantasy, all the imagination that you cannot do in life, but you act in an anime. So even in anime, there's a lot of like food that have been presented. They show more traditional food from Japan, like okonomiyaki, or they show a different art, or they show history of Japan too in anime. So it's a really interesting thing.
Yeah. I was talking to a friend the other day about cartoons and how much I know about cartoons. I used to be a connoisseur. I knew everything. But what I really respect and love about a Japanese anime, I guess is part of what made me come to the AniMaid Cafe, is that it is an adult take on cartoons. Americans have not been able to grasp yet the mature ability that cartoons have, because animation has such a large reach of the things that you can do, the characterizations that you have, the possibilities of the way people look and the things that happen to them. The world is so much bigger when you can create it with your hands. And Americans have not been able to tap into that. And the cartoons that I have been able to see that have reached into that are things like Avatar: The Last Airbender and Teen Titans. And those are Japanese-based American cartoons. So,
yeah, it's becoming more. I think it's becoming more influential. In the newest movies, because a long time ago, when I was living in the States, I lived there for 14 years, and I remember when I went to high school, like nobody was reading comics and nobody was really into all that stuff. But now, like on the internet, you read more and more about people who are really into comics, into anime, and just really exploding. And you can see it in popular culture, like you said, in movies such as Avatar or the Titans. Yeah, it's just influencing culture a lot on a global scale, even in Germany. I'm from Germany originally, and whenever I go over now, I see the young kids. They have some of those mangas. They actually read in Germany now too, so it's a global phenomenon.
I don't think people have realized the kind of power that it has yet.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
To
Totally.
tap into that. I obviously think about it a lot, so
Obviously.
it's a little bit. I need to
Yuki,
get more hobbies.
are you into comics at all? Do you like comics?
Yeah, I do. I'm not nearly as interested as I am in the Japanese comics, but just for what I do and sake, I'll go to Comic-Con. I'm very interested in the Teen Titans, for example, which was originally an American comic book. A lot of the female character roles, for my taste, there aren't enough strong, realistic female roles that are feminine. They're kind of masculinated in American comics. But yeah, I happen to be a fan. One of our maids is very much a fan. So whenever we have one of those customers that really is into that, we send them over to her, and she's able to talk to them on a really intellectual basis. That's another thing that we have to do, is we have to look at the needs of the person who comes in, the things that they're interested in, and then apply a maid or host to those needs. Everyone's different, like we said.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this then. What is your favorite part of doing AniMaid Cafe?
Favorite part? I like the dresses a lot. I love adoring our maids. Like, Kchan is so cute, just like that. I could just die. She's so cute. And it's so many of our girls are adorable. I always get so excited when we meet up. I have to say, they're just adorable. I'm so lucky.
So you kind of mentioned though, but what is your lately favorite anime?
As for me, I only have one anime that I love and love is One Piece. Is
One Piece.
one
Oh
anime
yeah.
that I love. I have just my collection is only about One Piece and nothing else.
Yeah, they were showing the movie last night here in Japan. So on TV, yeah. So everybody was going crazy with on the Twitter. But yeah. How about you, Venus? I mean, you kind of said that you like a Sailor Moon and stuff. But what is your recent favorite anime?
My recent favorite is I'm really starting to get into the Pretty Cure. They're coming out with a new season next year, and so one of the other maids I know is an expert, and she knows everything about it, and she'll let me know every time something comes out. She's really on top of it. So that's one of the ones I love. Also, I guess this is still going on, Naruto. I still love Naruto. I read the manga every single week that it comes out. Don't laugh, it's good. I love ninjas.
Idea Sponge from Florida, he also said Naruto too on the timeline, so it's cool.
Yeah. And, I like a lot of the classic ones. I like Trigun and Dragon Ball Z and Big O. I like... I can't even think. I like Utena, which is also from the 90s. Most of the pretty... or the magical girl shoujo, Mahu shoujo.
Okay.
Girly girl stuff. Pretty good at that too.
Yeah.
Death Note, which is not girly girl, but it's still really good. It's beautifully written.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could.
Yeah.
Don't make me.
Yeah. I know Evangelion movie they're gonna show in LA. They're gonna open up in a theater. Limited release in LA next week.
I've heard that.
And I get the press releases then. So let's see. What makes you special?
Oh.
What is your what is your best attitude as a maid? Can I ask you that?
Our best attitude?
I think he means attribute.
As a maid.
Oh.
Like, I mean, like I don't know.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think when we talk to the maids, when we're doing training, we do talk to them about how to be an individual person and how to find what's important about them and apply it to being a maid. Me personally, first of all, I have to state the obvious. I'm white. I'm really white. I'm very, very white. Which is fine. I'm very comfortable with it.
Japanese otaku people they love white maid though.
Well, and I know.
I can tell. I know a couple of my friends from Nagoya are watching right now in Tokyo. Yeah, I know some of our viewers love Caucasian maid. So
Well,
yeah, when you go out to like bars and restaurants here, and you start talking to people, and they ask you where you're from and all that, and it's always when I say I'm from Europe. Oh, you women are beautiful, blonde hair, blue eyes, white skin, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's really.
I don't even have to try anymore. It just comes. So I'm one of the very few white maids, and so I do apply to a certain type of person. I'm very good at talking to people. I'm one of the older maids, so I have a lot of experience. But me personally, because I am white, I'm sort of elegant and mature. You can't tell this, I know, because I don't look my age, but I'm also one of the older maids as well. So when I play maid character, I play sort of older sister or and sort of lovely and sweet and graceful. That's mine, because I'm also a lot taller than most of the maids too. So that comes pretty easily for me. I just use what I have, and that happens to be really pale.
I mean, look at the older Japanese anime. They have blonde, blue-eyed, tall girls. So
I just got lucky.
yeah, you are one of the lucky one. I mean, Japanese girl like Yuki.
I will say, I wish sometimes I was Asian. I really.
Your neighbor's garden looks always what, greener? What was that?
It's always green on the other side.
Yeah. So.
No, I have to, but we have to use what you've got, and that's what I've got.
No, but what I'm saying, your neighbor. I'm sorry, Aki, one more time.
Say what?
What was that? Your neighbors?
It's always greener on the other side?
Yeah, it's always greener on the other side, yeah. So.
And Kchan too. Kchan, please talk quickly.
But I wish I was as white as you.
No.
I wish my hair was that blonde, so I don't have to change hair.
No. Kchan's her own individual. No one can be her. She's powerful.
Kchan, what makes you special?
Yeah.
What makes them special? Usually if you see in anime there is one special character when she can be really sweet in 5 seconds, and she's gonna be pissed off at you and start hitting you with just change her face like that. So I am that kind of maid. I can be really I can also like, you mess with my maid, you out. So it's kind of double personalities.
Oh,
yeah.
I see. Hey,
Gotcha.
I wanna go to the question of boxes inboxes. Who is your most popular maid at the anime
Chio.
cafe?
Chio.
Chio.
Yes.
Him.
Okay, Chio. Okay.
Chio.
Let's see a picture,
You wouldn't
Katz.
have to think about that too much.
Yeah.
Do I have her picture? I'm gonna. Okay. So.
Yeah. You'll see why as soon as you see her picture.
Yeah.
And everyone has a different favorite maid, I have my personal favorite maid that's not me.
No, Chio,
But-
right?
That's
Chio.
Chio.
Yeah.
She gets a lot of requests. That's her.
Okay. Okay, that's the. Okay.
Chio is all different kinds of talented. She's sweet. She knows how to speak to someone. She's beautiful. Always just gorgeous. she's one of our best dancers. She's a fantastic artist, and she sings, and it's perfect. We're really lucky with her.
Okay. So,
Kchan, who's your favorite maid?
The only favorite maid for me is Gio. And Mikan.
Yes,
Second
Mikan's
one
my
was
favorite.
Mikan.
Right here.
Mikan was special.
do I have Ichio picture? No, I don't.
No, you have Mikan.
Yeah, I have Mikan's picture.
Yeah.
Yep, Mikan.
Mikan is really special. She artwork. She really nice. Really easy to talk, and I like to make fun of her a lot. I guess.
Okay. Got it. Cool.
We got an interesting question here from Boxes in Boxes. Who's the most popular host?
I guess it's a toss-up. Do you think? I think it's probably Lulu.
Yes, I would have to
Probably
agree that Lulu.
Akira is one of our newer hosts too. He's pretty popular.
And I think next year one of our popular and famous hosts is going to return. Zero is going to return into AniMaid Cafe as well for 2011, and he's popular.
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't send me the picture of your host. I love to see the host, but anyway, it's okay. It's too late, so it's okay.
Let me see if I can pull one up. Keep going.
Next, I love you guys to come back next time. So next time.
We should have a special edition just for the host cafes.
Yeah.
And we can talk all about hosts.
Cool. Yeah. Sounds good. So let me go to the last couple questions. So what is what's the long-term goals of AniMaid Cafe?
Our long-term goal, I want to participate in a lot of Japanese culture around Southern California, and also California as well, to promote more about anime and Japanese culture. One of my ultimate goals is we actually has a catering event business that we can do more regular to customer, at least like once a month or twice or once every 2 months, just to have an event going on, and more regular with guests and more fans.
How about okay?
I think Kchan and I would love to quit our normal jobs.
Okay.
And live your dream.
That's right. Do this every day. That would be a dream.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I love to. What's up?
Do you think that sometime in the near future, so sometime in the near, let's say next 2 or 3 years, you'll be able to do that? Quit your job, live your dream?
I don't know if we'll be able to quit just yet, but maybe. It's growing a lot faster than I think we were expecting.
Yes.
And sometimes that's hard.
Yeah.
Within 2 years, we growing from like 20 million hosts to 50 of them. That doesn't including all like the photographer, all like the supporting background people who do a lot of job for us. And so we're rolling really fast, and we try to be more regular. So yes, I love to quit my regular job.
Yeah. So how do you manage those busy times? What's the key of putting everything in order?
First of all, we don't sleep.
Oh.
And second of all, we love it, so it's worth it. That's really what keeps you going. That's what keeps me going.
Yeah,
I do just love it.
Same here with YokosoNews too. So, and we have a same goal that I want to spread the Japanese culture to promote the Japanese culture to the rest of the world. So, maybe I'm gonna have to ask you to come back more frequently so that then maybe Japan. I'm thinking about asking you guys to show up on Japan Film Festival LA opening night gala. I'm gonna try to talk to the committee member next time. So we'll see.
Yay.
So
We would love it.
yeah. So what makes again? Because this is the last couple of questions. I wanna ask you again. What makes AniMaid Cafe special?
There are a lot of maid cafes. There's a lot of maid cafes in Japan. There are a lot of maid cafes in America. And every time that you do one of the things that makes it different are the people. And I have no idea how we did this, but we got really lucky with the people that we have. We have the kindest, most talented maids and hosts who do the most beautiful art. Everyone who does this is a volunteer. And we really lucked out in how much work and effort they put into it. All of our artwork, all of our websites, all of our photographs, our dances, all the time and effort. What makes AniMaid Cafe special to me is it is just that. And you feel that when you're sitting down and you're talking to one of the maids or hosts, how much work and effort they put into it. And the reason people really want to come back is for that special connection, that relationship that you build with the maid or host. I have no idea how we got to be so lucky to find such wonderful people and such hard-working people who do it just because they love it.
We have a lot of dedicated maid and host and staff member who dedicate their own personal time, their financial, just to support the Maid Cafe going. And because they love what they're doing, they love to entertain people and make people laugh and happy and be comfortable of who they are. A lot of people like to come back to us and just to be friends, just to have like a normal conversation or just playing a simple game like Jenga or Connect Four.
Yeah.
The customers in the Maid Cafe, like I know here in Japan, mind you, I haven't been to one. I gotta openly admit that, but
It's okay.
customers in Japan are kind of the people from the otaku culture. And they're kind of guys who are like really into the anime and manga and all that, and they come to the maid cafes because they're looking to talk to people, particularly women who have the same, who have the same kind of interests. And I would imagine that the customers in America would be slightly different because there's not that otaku culture, right?
I think a lot of them.
Yes and no.
Yes and no. Otaku, if we are at an anime convention, then we have a lot of anime fans coming and to talk about anime. But we also have different kind of customer who just like to be with us. We just like to talk, we just like to play a simple game with us. So we have two different kind. One is they know a little bit of anime, and one kind just like really like anime.
So we have two different demographics. We have those people who really do understand it and who know what a maid cafe is. And generally, we do get otaku. And we're well aware of how skillful they are with their communication skills. I'm not going to say they don't have any, but it's frequent that people who have who've looked for escapism tools and they've gone into anime as sort of a way to not deal with the rest of the world, love the escapism of a maid cafe, which we accept, we absolutely love. We're sort of dabbling in that ourselves, considering that we want to be someone else as we're acting out maids. So in that way, we do love and respect those kinds of customers. But also we have the type who are just interested in how novel it is, because it is something that they've never heard of before. And half of the time when we speak to them in Japanese, they don't know what we're saying. They like it. They know that they're having fun. But it is something that we ask, that we also have to train the maids to recognize right away when they sit down and sort of gauge the level in which they're dealing with, so that everyone always feels comfortable.
I see.
Yeah. So how do you deal with the non-otaku customer? Like they don't understand,
Carefully.
the culture. I mean, how you approach them first?
Well, our policy, this is a little bit complicated. Our policy is we try to stay as traditional as possible. And then as we determine their comfortability, we sort of bring it down a little bit. So what we'll do is we'll even just ask them, we'll say, have you ever heard of a maid cafe? What's your experience with anime? And they'll sort of give you clues about how comfortable they are, whether they look you in the eye, or they'll ask questions all the time. And I think that's a big part of it too. So it's not very difficult in the end. You just treat them with respect and sort of ask them where they stand.
I see.
Most people are very open to the idea. If they have already entered into the door, then they're kind of accepting already. They're going to try it out. Sometimes they won't tell their significant other that they tried it out, but they'll ask all kinds of questions, and that's part of our job too, to know the history of maid cafes and that kind of thing.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
So let me go to the viewers' question. So who is the most skilled gamer in the present game from the Supersonic 01?
Let's see, who's the most... I guess it depends on which game we're talking about.
Let's say Jenga.
We have, Vanzi. She's a Jenga champion. I know that Tanpopo is our resident Connect 4 champion. She's very, very good. Some girls, I know, this isn't really a competition game, but we have, I know Kchan happens to be very good at one of the specifically made games where it's a sort of a game of chance. Excuse me. That if you are to pull out a certain number of dog bones from in front of a bulldog, it'll jump out and kind of grab at you. And the thing is terrifying. It's really very scary. It's just a game, but it scares me to death. And the customers love to play this dog game with Aino because of the way that she'll interact with the dog and the customers, and she's just adorable to watch her play that game. So if we're talking about skill and how to beat other people, then Venzi and Tanpopo and Ichigo, those are three top maids who keep winning, and it's kind of frustrating. It's sort of fun for the guests to feel competition. As well as in a traditional maid cafe, one of our policies when we have the opportunity to do that is the patron will have to win 3 times in order to earn a picture with the maid or host of their choice. So if the maid wins, you have to play again. So if you get up against a maid or a host that continues to win and to win, you're going, all I have to do is win 3 times. How hard is this? And that becomes sort of a competition and a fight, and it's really interesting. We have a lot of people who come in and say, I'll get you next time. I'm practicing my Jenga at home. And it's just fun like that. So everyone has their thing.
I see.
You have to watch out. You're careful. You go to different maids to figure out which one you can I guess.
So Kchan just sent me a URL of the YouTube Rock 'em Shock 'em Hacks Tournament game. So I'm showing that on the screen right now. But cool.
This is an event that we did earlier last year at a video game convention. It was a tournament, actually. So a lot of the customers were not used to what was going on. They weren't really, really comfortable with the maid uniforms. But once they got comfortable with actually playing the games, which they were used to doing, it was a lot of fun. So you see here in this video is Rose, who is one of our most adorable maids. She's just cute and easy to talk to, playing this Rock'em Sock'em Robots. It takes about 30 seconds to win, but it's so fun when you're playing with someone who's just as excited as you are. So these 2 guys are cheering each other on.
Yeah. And then also I have the video of the you guys dance from AniMaid medley from Anime
This-
Los Angeles 2010.
Yes. We performed during the halftime masquerade for AOA, and this is 1 hour medley dance where we put in about 6 dance together, and we performed for 15 minutes.
That looks good. Cool.
I can see myself. Cool. Kchan, are you in there too?
Yeah, I was in the, but you don't recognize me because I have different color hair that day.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Is it blonde?
No, it was blue.
Okay. So from a question again from boxes inboxes, what are some moe features of your maids?
Moe features?
Yeah.
Let's see. You know what? I'm not really doing it right now, but we have moe voices that we'll use. One of the jobs I didn't mention is I used to be a voice actress.
Okay.
A little bit of that.
You've done a lot of different things.
Yeah, I'm older than I look. So Kchan, one of our first training meetings, when I first met her, she showed me the difference in her normal voice and her moe voice. Kchan, please do that.
Okay. So I
love
would
it.
say this is my my normal voice when I talk to people outside. I would say, like, hey, what's up, or something like that, like with slang language. You want to go something, man? But when I'm in the Maid Cafe and when I talk to customer, I would say, おかえりなさいませ。ご主人様、お嬢様。ケちゃんです。元気ですか? So, I hope you can hear the difference, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, there are different levels. So this is my normal voice. I'll talk to you like this. I have a relatively low voice, especially since I'm not Japanese. But when we're doing super, sometimes we'll goof around. I don't usually use this one. We go, おかえりなさいませ。ご主人様、お嬢様。私はヴェーナスちゃんです。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
Wow.
I could tell you trained the voice. You did train your voice. I mean, I'm a sound editor. Too. So
Yeah.
I do voiceover work. So recording engineer. So yeah, I could tell. Oh, great.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like anime.
Right.
Yeah.
I try.
Okay. Cool.
That's one of the things we work
Okay,
on.
it's coming to the last part of the show, folks. So if you wanna ask some question, it is now the last chance to ask them a question. So make sure to post a comment right now. But anyway, so last 2 questions from me. What is the best way to support AniMaid Cafe? How can I support you guys? Like where do we? Yeah. What help you're looking for?
First of all, probably our merchandising page. One of the things we love to do is provide photos. Since you can't take photos within the Maid Cafe, we always provide posters and individual cards that you can sign. We come up with a calendar, different kinds of paraphernalia. So probably visiting our store for financial needs. It often gets a little bearing. When we do well, we can host private events, so we don't have to use someone else's venue. And it's so much more freeing because this way we can do our own dances, we can do our own entry, and we can provide a much more authentic cafe. So along with that, just coming and supporting us, even for stuff that we're not serving. When we're just doing promotions for other things, we love to talk to people. So just
say that,
coming, yeah.
Just attending our event, and that is the first, number one supporting thing that you guys can provide for us. Show us how much you guys love us by attending the event, and also play game with the Maid. This is really support them. If you ask them, can I play a game with you? That is the second supporting, and taking picture with them and getting that picture getting to know them, and that is the most supporting because in some event we do ask for some donation on the game, such as we ask you for $1 per game, or we give they'll say, okay, you can play 20 game for $5 or unlimited game on that day. So please supporting us by purchasing the game and the merchandise from the Maid and the artwork too. A lot of our Maid do artwork, so that also support them in working hard and getting financial support because they are poor students.
Yeah. Even if you can't, just talking to us, finding your favorite Maid's Facebook account, for example, talking to them, showing them how excited you are to be there. It gets hard, like we've mentioned, it's a lot of work. But when we get to be with Goshujin-sama, Oro-sama, and we see how excited they are and how much they know about us and all the research and time they put in response to how much time and effort we put in, it's really a nice feeling. So, yeah.
Okay. Now, are you guys only in California, or are you in different areas of the country as well?
That's also a question from Carol Wright too.
Oh,
Yes.
great
Yeah.
minds alike.
Go Carol.
Yeah, right. But no, seriously, are you guys only in California, or are you guys do you guys travel around to other parts of the U.S. as well?
Infrequently. Yeah.
Right now we travel in mostly in California, Southern California, but next year we are planning to travel to Hawaii for the Kchan in September, October. We're gonna. Last year we also attending an event with Momoi in Las Vegas as well. So we do try to travel in other state and other convention if we can have the transportation.
All right. Nice.
And knowing that we're all volunteers, it gets very difficult to travel. But yeah.
But if you
Also-
get the support, you
Yeah.
are willing to travel anywhere in the world.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay. Good.
And I think Carol, I just seen the comment right now, but she's asking, how do people find out about cafes in their areas, if there are any?
Do you have a relationship with other Maid group in the US?
No, actually, we are more like individual Maid Cafe in California. So a lot of our main event are in Southern California. We do travel sometimes, so you can find out our mobile event on our Facebook.
Okay.
Our Facebook page. When we have an event, we will announce it about a couple months ahead of time for everybody to know
Okay.
and get ready for that.
It's pretty rare to have a Maid Cafe that's as fully functional and as traditional as we are. Most of the time, if you're going to find another Maid Cafe in the United States, you're looking for a convention that hosts a Maid Cafe. So a convention in your area will most likely set one up. That's becoming much more popular nowadays, but not many of them have the manpower or the skill or the time to do a Maid Cafe. So honestly, if you're looking for one, good luck.
We hope that whatever we are doing right now to inspire other Maid and other anime fans to set one up in their area or set them up in the convention that they're going to, just to have fun with other anime fans as well.
Okay. Good. Anything? So finally, what is your upcoming event?
Well, in like the dance video you saw a little bit earlier, that was at ALA, and we are going back to ALA in 3 weeks.
What is ALA?
ALA stands for Anime LA,
Okay.
and it is a convention.
Anime Los Angeles will be happening in January 8, actually January 7 to January 10 in Los Angeles, the Marriott in Los Angeles. So we will be having a game cafe to play game with everybody who sign up for it, and it will be completely free. and it will be from 4 to 6, January 8th. We also will attending the halftime masquerade to perform there. From I think the halftime masquerade is start by 8 to 9, so we will be doing some of new dance, and we also has like some new performance from our host this year, and I'm really looking forward to see them.
Yes.
Actually, one of our next event is going to be our second year anniversary. So 2011, March 2011, is marking the 2-year anniversary of AniMaid Cafe. Hopefully I can go to the Japan movie festival. So we also have to appear and to have another event as well. Let me see.
Yeah, and that should be one of our own private events, which are much bigger and easier to find. So, so definitely in March at very least. But we get a lot of requests for different kinds of things. Whether we have the manpower to do them or not varies. But we'll probably have many more events between January and March. We just don't know about them yet. So you always have to kind of keep checking up on our Twitter, which I see you put up a link for. Thank you very much.
And then,
or our Facebook.
I think one of our biggest event for 2011 had to be AM Square. It will be in the Anaheim Convention Center in Anaheim, Orange County, and we will have a lot of surprise things coming up. And you look at our Facebook, and we will have a lot of brand new things that will be announced just for this convention only. So please look them up at the am2con.com.
Okay, sounds good. Is that you, Yuki, making noise?
Do I?
Yeah.
Like what?
Like door opening, closing.
That's Mom. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, that's you. Okay, cool. Sorry, guys, but it's okay. It is a handmade style Ustream show. It's okay. So, okay, cool. So I posted the link onto the social timeline too, AniMaid Cafe Facebook page, and also Twitter and YouTube channel, so you can like them or follow them or subscribe them so you get the latest information about them. I think we were going to do it for 1 hour, but I kind of knew we were going to go over, but it's getting close to 2-hour time, but we don't want to keep you guys too long, so I apologize for that. But any last question from Akim or Yuki?
I think this has been very informative already, and off the top of my head, there are no other questions I could ask right now. Nothing. They explained everything very well, so I'm good.
I'm sure you'll think of something after.
Yeah, if I do, I'll go to the Facebook page and I'll contact you about it. But it sounds you guys are doing a great job, and I wish you the best of luck. Keep doing what you're doing. I think it's bringing that style of the Japanese culture to America. I think it's fantastic. So keep doing it.
Yeah. And so, question. So, if I want to have a private event, where can I contact you?
You always can contact us through our Facebook,
okay,
or to our email at animaidcafe@yahoo.com.
animaidcafe@yahoo.com. Okay, I don't wanna post it on the social timeline, because if I do it, you're gonna start receiving lots of spam mail. AniMaid Cafe. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think the best way is just to contact us through our Facebook.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And then, where can I purchase your merchandise? Online. Do you guys is it available online?
It's not available online yet, but we will launch the store we're hoping in March to announce it at our 2-year anniversary event.
Okay.
So we're hoping to have
it's gonna be a long way to purchase online, but you will be able to purchase the merchandise on site wherever you guys going to have an event. All right, cool. Sounds good.
Absolutely. Also, you can find us on our personal Maid accounts, or our personal Facebook accounts too. If you want to ask direct questions, almost all of our maids have accounts that they've made just to interact with Gosujin-sama, Ojo-sama. So you can always find them if you know their names. You know,
Okay.
and there's 50 of them, so it's hard to miss.
Okay. Okay. So, okay, cool. Is there anything last that you missed to say? You wanna say last, Kchan or Venus, or yeah, and also look through the social timeline from a viewer. We have consistent 25 to 30 viewers throughout the program. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys.
All right, awesome.
Actually, I think that's one about on the social streamline. I see that people request us to do the junking poll.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's that?
It's one of the pub games that we
It's one
play.
of the traditional game that we play with all our customer in our Maid Cafe.
Oh, yeah. I know that one. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
We play a special
Cass,
version,
you
though.
want to
Oh,
join
okay,
us
you have a
with
special
this
version.
game?
Okay.
Yeah, we play a special Maid version at AniMaid Cafe. We play Moe Moe Jankenpo, just to make it that much more adorable. I'll use my Venus voice for you.
Oh, cool. All right.
See, I slid right into that. It's much more interesting this way. I become cuter when I use this voice. So, first what we're going to do is put your hands together in a heart, like this.
Okay.
Can you? All right.
Come on, Kaz.
You can do it. Moe moe. Ah, kawaii ne. Okay. We're going to say together. AniMaid. Moe moe janken janken po.
How?
Okay.
Okay. Rock, paper, or scissors.
Basically, is so basically.
I had a stone, but
And then a cat. Junk.
okay. Well, okay. Shoot, I need to practice until the next.
Yeah, we'll try. We'll practice one more time before we defeat you. Okay.
Okay.
Try one more time.
All right.
Okay.
So,
Make heart.
okay, heart.
Hey. Se no. AniMaid. Moe moe janken janken po.
How?
I had a stone. Yes. Yeah, this is International Anime Janken Pon from LA to Japan, and
Kawaii.
Kawaii, ne.
then I won, and Katz from Yokosonews Japan won from Venus in LA. It's fun. Yay!
He does that so well.
Cool. This is fun. So we'll get to. I'll get to. If I go to one of you guys' event, I get to do the same thing with one of your mate. Then, right?
Yes.
Okay,
We'll all
good.
stand up and play together.
Good.
Some of our other maids that will come in there
Sure.
really want to say hi.
Okay,
That's
sure,
okay.
sure.
Yeah.
Come here. This is Luna.
Where am I?
Luna. Hi. Say hi.
Hello.
Namaste.
And this is Koto-chan.
Konnichiwa.
Hi, ne.
Konnichiwa.
And Ichigo-chan. See? See? And Mokona-chan. Yeah.
Wow, green.
They're so pretty too. I get really jealous sometimes. All together. And so sometimes when we say we'll go, iterashai? Want to say iterashai at the same time? Hi, say hi. Iterashai, Gosujin-sama. Okay. When we usually end our performances, what we'll do is I'll stand up front. We thank everybody for coming, and we say AniMaid Cafe. Hi, hi, hi. Iterashai, Gosujin-sama, Ojo-sama.
Sama.
Cool. Thank you very much from AniMaid Cafe. Yay! All right, guys. So we are going to wrap up this week's Yokoso News Weekly number 5 with AniMaid Cafe. Like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter on YokosoNews.com. YokosoNews.com is the online website to introduce Japan in English so that you can understand Japan more from Yokkaichi Mie Japan. Next week, Yokoso News Weekly is going to be Sunday, 26th of December, the last weekly show of 2010. I haven't decided what we're gonna do, but anyway, so thank you very much for Kchan and Venus and the rest of the AniMaid Cafe staff and people, and I'm looking forward to do more work with you. So thank you very much.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you guys very much.
All right, it has been the number 5 of Yokoso News Weekly. See you guys next week. Thank you. All right. Where's my thing? Oh, there you go.